Are you ready to discover the meaning of the Lover's Tarot card? Well, in this video, I'm going to be revealing exactly what this card means in any type of reading, whether it's about love, whether it's career, finance, spirituality, or even just a general reading. Plus, I'm going to show you how to interpret this card when it's upright or when it's reversed. So this way, you are never going to get stuck on this card again. So let's dive in, because the Lovers represents love. It represents harmony, relationships, values alignment, and of course, choices. So the Lover's card shows a naked man and woman standing beneath the angel Raphael, who blesses the man and the woman and reminds them of their union with the divine. So the couple stands in this landscape that's reminiscent of the Garden of Eden. And behind the woman stands this tall tree with a softly curved crown of leaves, and it has this snake winding its way up the trunk. And this represents the apple tree in the Garden of Eden and really symbolizes the temptation of sensual pleasures that may take one's focus away from the divine. Now, behind the man is a tree with long, straight branches and this spiky, flame-shaped leaves. And it represents the passion, the primary concern of the man. Now, he looks to the woman who watches the angel, and it shows this path of the conscious to the subconscious to the superconscious, or from physical desire to emotional needs to spiritual concerns. Now, that volcanic mountain in the background is rather phallic, I will admit, and it represents the eruption of passion that happens when a man and woman meet in this full frontal nudity that we see in this card. Now, in its purest form, the Lovers represents conscious connection and meaningful relationships. And while the Lovers card might typically refer to a romantic tie and connection, it can also represent a close friendship or maybe even a family relationship where there is that love, respect, and compassionate flow. So the Lovers is also a card of open communication and raw honesty. Now, because the man and the woman are naked, it symbolizes their willingness to be vulnerable with each other, because in that way they can open up their hearts to one another and really share their trusted feelings. And this trust and the confidence that comes from this creates a really powerful bond between the two. So in a reading, this card tells you that by communicating openly and honestly with those that you care about, you're going to be creating a more harmonious, more fulfilling relationship that's built on mutual trust and respect. Now, when this card applies to yourself, it represents getting really clear about your own values, your beliefs, your philosophy. And here's the thing, after the indoctrination of the Hierophant, you are now ready to establish your own belief system. So it's time to go out in that big wide world and stay true to who you are and be authentic and genuine in all of your endeavors. Now, at its heart, the Lovers is also all about choice. And it's the choice of who you want to be in this lifetime, how you want to connect with others, and on what level, and what you're going to stand for and what you won't stand for. So not all of these decisions are going to be easy either. The Lovers card is often a sign that you're going to be facing a moral dilemma, and you've got to consider all of the consequences before you take action. And your value system might be challenged. You're being called to take that higher path, even if it's difficult. So don't carry out a decision based on fear or worry or guilt or shame, because now more than ever, you must take on that best version of yourself and choose love for yourself, love for others, love for the universe above all things. Now, finally, the Lovers card encourages you to unify those opposing forces and then create something that is whole, that's unified, harmonious. Because in every choice, there's an equal amount of advantage and disadvantage. There's an equal amount of opportunity and challenge, positive and negative. It's this duality that we have in this life. And when you accept these dualities, you build this unity from which love can flow. Now, when it comes to relationships and love, then the Lover's Tarot card is the card for love, because it represents the relationships in our lives, particularly those more intimate relationships. And it speaks to areas in our lives where love is primary, and it may reflect the state of our connections. And the arrival of this card in a tarot reading, it shows that you've got a beautiful soul or an honoring connection with a loved one. You might believe that you found your soulmate or your life partner, and this energy and chemistry between you both goes a long way to create that deep connection. It goes beyond instant gratification and goes to something that's very spiritual, almost tantric. So if you're looking for love, then the Lovers card can suggest the beginning of a romance. So look out for other cards that might confirm this, like the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, or even the Knight of Cups. Now, it's also very important to you to create a relationship that is founded on mutual respect, rather than just lust or this physical attraction that you might have. And the card counsels you to not be too hasty and don't rush into a relationship or a marriage even before you've even thought it through. So this immediate gratification of desire might be tempting, but what are some of those longer term consequences? Now, if you're in a current relationship, the Lovers card suggests that this union that you have is very sound and the connection that you've built together is solid. It's based on true love and shared values. And you've both got similar goals in life and you're moving through life together. So you're in that beautiful harmony. You've got a really intense mutual attraction. Now, the Lovers might also indicate the positive influence of a third party, like a marriage counselor, a mentor, or a teacher who can support you in strengthening your bond with your partner. If you're having problems in opening up and relating to people, then the Lovers is the card to meditate with because it helps to really show how to be your whole self and be more authentic in how you connect with others, and allows the heart to open in a way that gives and receives love. Now, when it comes to career, work, and finances, the Lovers card suggests that you are seeking to align your professional goals with your personal aspirations and your values. So you might feel called to change your career path so that you can follow your passion and do the work that really lights you up. And it may not make sense to other people, but you know deep down that you have no choice but to follow your heart. Now, you're also being asked to bring your whole self to work. Don't pretend to be someone that you're not just so that you can fit in. Be genuine and authentic in your interactions and communicate from your center. So be yourself, and you're going to inspire others to really show up authentically as well, making for a much more cohesive and harmonious workplace. Now, given the romantic nature of the Lovers, this card can indicate a work-related relationship, or maybe just a close professional relationship. Maybe there is a colleague with whom you get along really well and you work really closely together. You share many common values and ways of doing things. Now, financially, the Lovers card encourages you to consider maybe a partnership or a shared investment of some sort. Might be as a business or as a couple, maybe even moving towards a combined bank accounts. So here's the other thing. If you see the Lovers in a spiritual reading, now is the time to listen to your heart and go with the belief system and the faith that feels right to you. Don't just blindly follow someone else's dogmas. Question everything and pay attention to how your higher self responds. Explore different spiritual approaches. Take what's helpful to you, and then you can disregard the rest. Now, what if you see the Lovers reversed in your reading? Now, because the Lovers card is pure love and harmony, when it's reversed, it can signal a time when you're actually feeling a bit out of sync with others, particularly loved ones. Maybe your relationships are a bit strained, communication is challenging. Maybe you just don't feel like you're on the same page anymore, you don't share the same values. So come back to the reason that you have this person in your life. If you love him or her unconditionally, know that this moment shall pass, and the best that you can do is bring love and compassion to the situation. Now, in other cases, you may realize that you've just simply grown apart and it might be time to move on. And if your relationship continues to be affected by arguments or a lack of respect for one another, it might be time to just let go. Now, the Lovers reversed can also reflect that the feelings within a relationship are not mutual. One person might be more emotionally involved than the other, and then this gap could lead to disappointment later down the track. Maybe you're a bit reluctant to open up your heart to the relationship for fear of getting hurt. Now, the reversed Lovers also speaks to self-love and respect, and I want you to tune into how do you honor and accept who you are and the value that you offer in this world. And just be mindful that if you're looking at other people and you wish you were more like them, why is that? It's time to kind of let go of that and really step into your own true, authentic self. Understand that if you can recognize these traits in others, it's because you also have them within yourself. So Dr. John DeMartini says, when we admire qualities in others, it's the universe's way to get you to wake up and recognize your own strengths. In other words, you need to realize that whatever you perceive in other people, you also have within yourself. So what you see in others, you can see within yourself. Now, if the Lovers reverse shows up in a reading, you might also be facing a tough choice with significant consequences. And instead of making a decision based on your values, you might feel tempted to cut corners, avoid responsibility for your actions, take the easy way. You might think you can get away with it, but really the reverse Lovers, it implores you to think again and choose the path that's most in alignment with your highest good, even if it's hard. Now, the Lovers reverse can also suggest inner conflicts and being at war within yourself rather than outside of yourself. There can be disharmony, struggle, and it's difficult to find that inner union. So to help you out of this place, you need to focus on being clear about your personal belief systems and your values, because they're going to guide you to make better decisions next time. You might even want to return to the energy of the Hierophant and seek out more counsel and advice from a spiritual mentor. Now, if you want to learn more about the tarot cards, then I've got something super special for you. It is my tarot card meanings reference guide. It is absolutely free. You can click on the link below to get instant access and you will never go blank in a reading again. And if you want to learn more about how to read tarot in a more modern and approachable way, there is so much for you over here at Biddy Tarot. We have helped millions of people around the world to develop their tarot skills, read the cards with confidence, and we would love to do the same and help you on your journey. So take the next step and click the links below. Bye for now. Hey, if you loved this video, then make sure you check out this next video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.